recording as well. Hello, welcome on in. Today we're starting the captive turnabout from Prosecutor's Gambit, and yeah, I think I'm gonna get straight into it. We're gonna try and get 2 parts done today, but bearing in mind that I have work early tomorrow morning. I tried to merge the words tomorrow and morning, and I am like decently tired today. So yeah, let's just get into it. First of all though, video essay of the week is The Evolution of Online Dress-Up Games by Jordan McNeil. I quite like that one. One thing that I found weird about this video, it was the title. Now you're thinking, oh, the title itself is not. Now the title itself, not that weird. But when I first saved that video to my watch later playlist, it said something along the lines of like how Dress to Impress came to be, or something along those lines, right? It was something, it had Dress to Impress in the title originally, because it's about Dress to Impress, unsurprisingly. But yeah, then I saw it changed titles like when I started my watch, and then I need to rephrase that. When I went onto my watch later playlist again, like maybe like a few days after I saved it to watch like another video, I saw that it said the title had changed, and I was like, oh, she must have changed the title for views or whatever. Changing the title of a video after it's been posted is not a weird thing, so I thought nothing of it. And then I saw it again. I saw that video in my recommended, and it had the original title, and I was like, huh, that's weird. And a lot of time, and like every so often, whenever I would see that video in my recommended before I watched it, it had the original title, but when I went into my watch later playlist, it had the new title. So I don't know if it's just a glitch or if there's like a new feature, kind of like the thumbnail testing feature that's like only out to certain people. I do have the thumbnail testing feature, but I don't have like any title testing feature. So I don't know if that's like a thing now that's being like tested out to certain people. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into a bit of Prosecutor's Gambit. Let's continue on. Captive Turnabout opening. Episode 2. Okay, we're in a prison. A bell? Okay, a green bell. They have a weird colour for a bell. Who the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Blood. I expect nothing less. And that's Knight. That's Knight. And he's dead. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Is that like supposed to be Morse code or some shit with the lights? Or like some sort of code? Huh? Huh? That reminds me of what was it called now? I have to look it up. It's from Grey Ace Attorney. And it was that manuscript that Iris wrote, but Herlock wouldn't let her, like make it into an actual book, and he put it in, the pawnbrokery. How did the Baskervilles? That's what it reminded me of then. Okay, we have Edgeworth, Gumshoe and Kay in the detention centre. I think this is the first time I've ever seen like a full view of the detention center, actually, other than in the anime. But like, this is the first time we've seen a full view of the detention center in one of the games, actually, because usually we only see really like that part through the mirror, but we've never seen this side. Still no sign of them, huh? Yeah. How long do they intend to keep us waiting? Now, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure the guard will bring him in any second now. The killing of Bastion Rock. It's been 2 days since the incident at the park, and today we're paying a visit to the detention center. Our aim, of course, is to interview Bronco Knight, who has been charged with murder. Well, obviously he can't be interviewed now, can he? Because he's dead. Well, these guys don't know that yet. His trial is due to start tomorrow, and I'm to be the prosecutor behind the bench. What's taking so long? You there? What's going on? I don't know, sir. I'll go and check. We've got a situation. It's Knight. He's been killed. What? Killed? In the detention center? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you waiting for? Right. Guard, take us to the scene of the crime at once. Yes, sir. So it didn't happen in the holding cells? But surely that was where he was being held. What's the hold up? The crime scene's this way. In a vault? Where are you taking us? Doesn't this door lead to the prison proper? Yeah. You mean those other cells aren't part of the prison? Not exactly, no. Those are the detention centers, holding cells. That's where defendants are kept while they're awaiting trial. The area beyond this door serves a rather different purpose. Yeah, it's where the people who are convicted serve at their time. I suppose you could say it's the last place a great thief should ever want to be. I've unlocked it, sir. Please follow me. Okay, so we're going into the actual prison. But why was Knight killed in the actual prison? Because he should have been in the holding cells while he was awaiting trial, because his trial is literally tomorrow. That's Knight, alright, but he's dead. How could this have happened, and how did he wind up inside the prison proper? Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, unless he was killed... The only way I could think of this, if he was killed by, like, a guard or, like, a prosecutor, maybe? This is horrible. How did Mr. Knight get himself murdered? I can hardly believe it myself, but there can be no doubt in the evidence of our own eyes. And what's he doing here? I thought he was being held in the detention center, no? He was. He must have been. His trial hasn't even begun yet. The law states that until convicted, suspects are to be kept in cells separate from the main prison. Only those who have been found guilty are sent to the prison proper. There's no way Knight should have been in here. Maybe he wandered his way over? But how would he know how to unlock that door, though? Gumshoe, that's a slightly stupid question. Just, you know, because you're a detective, you should know that, like, inmates wouldn't know how to open that door to the prison proper. The detention center and the prison are separated not only by 2 heavy doors, but also a lengthy corridor. That would have been a long way to wander, especially for a detainee. I suppose we'd better take a closer look at Knight's body. We need to examine the scene of the crime carefully if we want to get to the bottom of this. Okay, we're straight to an investigation. Perfect. Okay. Bronco Knight, killed the day before his court date. We'd better take a closer look. Okay. There's a lot of blood around his neck brace thing. His neck brace is soaked with the blood from the hole in his neck. I would assume that's the cause of death, and that it was probably instantaneous. He wouldn't have even had the chance to cry out for help. Huh? There's a small cut on his scalp too. Was he struck with something? Maybe he fell and hit his head after he was stabbed in the throat? It's possible, but it's too early to say anything with certainty. Okay, you have your camera with you, correct? Could you lend it to the detective so that he can photograph the body? Sure thing. Oh yeah, Scummy. Thanks. Alright, here we go. His clothes are a mess though, huh? Indeed, they appear to be covered in dirt. Yeah, why are they so dirty? Oh my god. Guess he likes me when it comes to laundry. Guess he's like me when it comes to laundry. To be fair though, fair, Gumshoe is kind of poor as fuck, right? He does not get paid enough. Cause I was looking through some of the artwork in this game, in like the artwork section, and there's like a little like a bonus comic in here. It's all in Japanese, so I can't read it obviously, but it shows that like it shows like a part of Gumshoe's apartment, and it is the most rundown thing. Like he literally sleeps in a worn out sleeping bag on the floor with a cup of noodles, a cup of ramen next to him, and like a beaten up alarm clock. Like he does not get paid enough to do laundry. It would be a grave error to think that anybody else could be quite like you, detective. Maybe pay him more so he can actually afford to do laundry then. A rubber glove. Yeah, just the one though. I should examine it in more detail. Yeah, it's all covered in dirt and blood. I didn't see the blood actually at first, but yeah, it's all covered in blood. Maybe the dirt even was meant to cover the blood. There's mud all over it. Maybe the prisoners were making mud pies, which I could have joined them. I love making mud pies. Not anyone near my crime scene, you're not. Okay, there's a lot of blood on it as well. The fingers are covered with blood on this side. I think we can safely assume that this glove was dropped something after Knight's blood had been spilled. We can? How come? Because had it been on the floor when the pool of blood was forming, then the blood would have flowed around it but not underneath. Yeah, and the blood would only be on like the side of it. Oh, meaning there'd only be a band of blood around the edges of the fingers and not all over the backside. Assuming the glove was discarded after the blood had pulled around the body, maybe a murderer ditched it after they did the deed. It's certainly a possibility. At the very least, whoever it was that dropped it must have seen the body. You there? Yes sir? Have you seen that glove before? Yes sir, the prisoners wear them for work. It's strange though. Prisoners issued with those gloves are under strict orders to keep them in their cells. They aren't allowed to take them out without permission, and we always check. I suppose that would explain why there aren't any other gloves in the workshop. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. The body is partially covered by a dirt-stained tarp, and there's a rope on top of it. Was Knight tied up with the rope somehow? Maybe. We should take a look under the sheet as well. Look at all that red stuff. Yeah, I'd say that's blood. Maybe he was stabbed or shot in his leg as well. We should keep looking around. There's bound to be more secrets to uncover, I'm sure of it. Yeah, maybe he was shot in his leg as well. Huh? There's something on his finger. Oh, I thought that was a ring for a second there. Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring. Oh yeah, it's a ring. For a second I was thinking it was like some sort of like a screw or something. And an expensive looking one at that. I don't even think about it, Kay. What? I didn't say anything. I was clicking at his necktie, thinking it was a piece of evidence, but no, it only took us to when talking about his his brace again. We can talk about this. Huh? Is that? Oh, I've seen one of those in your office, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm sure you have, detective. It's a pocket chess set. The victims, I'd imagine. Makes sense. He loved chess after all. Yeah, it would have been a good way to pass the time. Yeah. Have we finished? I think we've finished examining all the things, on his body. Do we go into logic mode now? We have bloody top. Okay. Let's just keep looking around. tried to inspect every suspicious-looking nothing cranny. Indeed, this area is too big to take in all at once. Fortunately, I can use the arrow keys to look further up or down. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, we must have to inspect this then. So it's the only other thing that looks suspicious up here. Looks like a pulley of some kind. Maybe the prisoners used it for work? I suppose so, yeah. Okay, so I know you're gonna say no, but absolutely not, okay? You are not permitted to swing on that rope. I knew it. I should have known you were being serious. We've got a little thing here that we can't inspect. We're having something like this in a prison, huh? A cage inside a cage. Technically, a prison isn't made up of cages but cells. What's the difference? No offense, Mr. Edgeworth, but you've got to look at the basic nature of things more. Yeah, and the basic nature of an investigation is the pursuit of accurate facts and information. Okay, let's go down. That kind of looks like Franziska's whip, doesn't it? These tops are rather colourful. They kind of stand out in a room like this, don't they? They certainly don't look like they belong in a prison. Look, there's a whip on top of them. You know who that reminds me of, right? Hey, maybe it's actually hers? Maybe she left it here? Not a chance. She and her whip are attached at the wrist, trust me. Yeah, true. She's always gone with that thing. Literally, the only time she got rid of her whip was when she gave it to Edgeworth, and I think it was at the end of Farewell My Turnabout that she gave it to Edgeworth. Yeah, it was the end of Farewell My Turnabout. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only time she parted with her whip. And I don't think there was any other time. I mean, the only other logical time she would have had to part with her whip would have been when she was shot. And again, Farewell My Turnabout. So those are the only two times I can remember where she would have had to part with her whip. But that's it. And even then, when she was shot, she would have had to go into surgery, so she had to part with her whip. So yeah, there was a room near Knight's body too. Speaking of which, want to see my super stealthy rope escape trick? Thanks, but I'll let you know when I'm in need of saving. She seems genuinely disappointed. Yeah, I think that's everything on this side. I think it is. But we can. But I think if we connect the really top and the pilot tops together. These tops have a pretty distinctive design. In fact, it's the same design as the bloody top around Mr. Knight's body. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Maybe someone, like, panicked when he was killed and used that to try and soak up the blood. That'll teach you to be so careless, Mr. Edgeworth. You need to keep your treasures close when there's a great fever on. But then again, he's bleeding out of his neck and that's not patched up. I thought you were on sabbatical. Okay. Another bad bit of evidence gathering. Ha! Nothing can stop us when we're on the hunt together, right, Gummy? You betcha! We're unstoppable, a regular Three Musketeers. Let's not get carried away, Detective. There's one thing we still haven't found. The murder weapon. Huh? What do you mean, sir? What's missing from this crime scene? The murder weapon. I see no sign of a murder weapon anywhere. You're right, I didn't even think of that. Come now, Detective. Yeah, you're a detective! These are basic investigative principles we're talking about here. Exactly! How has he survived this long as a detective? I don't bloody know. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, sir. Don't worry, Gummy. It hadn't crossed my mind either. For Kay, it makes a little bit more sense though, because she's a thief and not a detective. A fact that hardly puts my mind at ease, Kay. Items that could prove you potentially lethal are strictly controlled within the prison. After all, we wouldn't want the inmates getting their hands on them, would we? Which means acquiring a murder weapon would be hard enough, let alone leaving the scene with one. Oh yeah, nice thinking, Mr. Edgeworth. What was the murder weapon? And where has it gone? The answers to these questions may be the keys to figuring out what happened here. Didn't know the guy had a whole entourage. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck are you? Excuse-moi, but This is the scene of the crime, right? You're... Wait a second. Are you... No way. Those piercing eyes. That furrowed brow. Mr. Fender. It's been far too long. I know, right? But even after all this time, I'd know that deep bow anywhere, and that necktie elves. Manfred von Karma, the man, the legend. Gotta say, I didn't expect to see you here. He's in prison. What are you talking about, pal? This is Mr. Edgeworth, not that old geezer. Detective, please. Edgeworth? Oh, wow, I guess that explains the fresh face. I can't blame a guy for mixing you two up, though. You're the spitting image of the old devil in his day. I see you haven't changed. How many years has it been? Man, good question. But who's counting, eh? Been away traveling so long I lost track, you know how it is. But you know what I do remember? You betraying everything you were supposed to stand for. I mean, yeah. Whoa, where did that come from? And who are you anyway? This is Eddie Fender. He's a defense attorney. Yeah. It's almost like he was destined to become a defense attorney, you know? Enchanté, as they say. Fender's the name and defendant's the game. I'm a bit of an ace attorney. Reference. Detective Dick Gumshoe. And I'm Kay Faraday. Great thief. I'm on sabbatical at the moment though. A great thief? Well, that's so romantic. Tragique, if you will. Romantic? Okay. Right? It's nice to finally meet someone who gets it. I'm looking to expand the franchise actually. I've made signing up simple, super simple. Sounds awesome. I'd love to come and hang out with you guys if you have me. Sorry, I should have also mentioned that it's girls only. And they have to be super fun and super cool and... Hey, I totally get it. No hard feelings, eh? Come on, bring it in. You gotta be kidding me. My bad. I'm just so used to how they do things elsewhere, you know. And why are you here, Mr. Fender? Whoops, almost forgot this is your scene. Keeping the defense out is strategy number 1 in the Von Karma playbook after all, isn't it? He's so silly, I like him. Hey, quit it with all the Von Karma stuff, pal. What gives? Detective, calm yourself. His attitude is, unfortunately, understandable. It is. I take it you are Mr. Knight's attorney? Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Well, I was supposed to be anyway. So he was planning to represent Knight if his client hadn't been murdered. He and I would have faced off against each other in court. I better see what he has to say for himself. Okay, let's talk to him then. I just love that they'll just follow you around, like one person will follow you around the entire time, and I love it. Like Kay follows us around this case, in Turn About Reminiscent, Francisca followed us around. I really like that. I find it so silly. So the victim asked you to represent him? Sure did. We were supposed to have a little chat today, as was I. But God showed up instead and told us that his body had been found. I'm as bummed about it as you. Even brought him some weenies to cheer him up. Mr. Fender, you know you can't bring food into the prison. Oh yeah. Well, it's there now. Want some? Little advice I picked up on my travels. So Moorish. No, thank you. Fine, you do you. What are you doing here anyhow? Don't tell me you wanted to hear Nightside. Von Karma was always more of a convince the defendant at all costs guide. He didn't teach you that? That's a long time ago. If you say so. Sure you don't want any weenies? No, thank you. Have you met with your client previously? Yeah, indeed, Your Honor. Just yesterday, in fact. The Bronxster called me the minute he was arrested. Sounded really freaked out, man. Oh yeah, mentioned your little performance too. According to him, you really made a nuisance out of yourself. And now kind words were spoken, sure, I'm sure. All sticks and stones and all that. Boy, did he not like you. Tried to talk to you, something face. Can't say I didn't join in the fun though. What how dare you, Mr. Fender? Yeah! Line up, kid. I'm kind of a fixture in the visitor's room here. And I don't think I've ever had that much of a gas. Oh, so you come here a lot? Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea, little sis. I'm never on the wrong side of the bars. Yeah, this is kind of his job. He has to go meet with clients all the time, so it makes sense why he would be here all the time. Just happen to know someone who is. The visitors room is usually where I'm at, but this isn't exactly my first time in the clink either. In which case, I better ask him what he knows about this room. Tell me, what do you know about the scene of the crime? Huh? Oh, this room? None, dude. What do you know about it? I'll give you 3 choices. A recreation room. Is it a recreation room? Well, I don't even want to know how you spend your spare time, Edgeworth. But I guess there's plenty here you could... Oh, shit. Plenty here you could play with your imagination props. Now let's see what the answer key has to say, shall we? Maybe we got that so wrong. It's a workshop. Oh no, you got it wrong. This is actually a workshop. So the options he gave me were wrong. How infantile. Yeah, exactly. The cons here to perform various duties. They can learn new skills too. Bank some qualifications for when they're back on the street. I see. And how is access to this room controlled? Who has the key? Chill out, Edgeworth. I don't have all the answers. My man over there probably does though. Right, compadre? Yes, sir. The workshops aren't locked with physical keys. Their doors are fitted with sensors instead. What kind of sensors? Inmates are issued with special bracelets, sir. When they walk through your workshop door, the sensor checks their bracelet, and if they're not supposed to be there, ding-a-ling-a-ling, an alarm sounds. If they let it ring for too long, then they get a real shock, if you know what I mean. And if they try to break or remove the bracelet, a shock 3 times worse than that. What? That's brutal. I guess they need to ensure that the inmates follow the rules, but that sounds a bit excessive. Yeah, just a little bit. Just like, you know, you docking Gumshoe's pay. I was also gonna say Franziska and her whip, but I went for Gumshoe and his pay instead. If they wish to pass through a door like this one, prisoners need to be accompanied by a guard. We disable the sensor for them and let them in. You get on that? Have any prisoners used this workshop today? No, sir. No one's been in here for days. I know if they had. So he would have had to come in here with a guard then. So no prisoners have entered, let alone used this workshop today. So yeah, he must have come in with a different guard then, which makes my theory that he was killed by a guard even more fitting, which means that there's a contradiction in this crime scene. Namely, there's something here that shouldn't be. I'll take another quick look over the crime scene and apply my powers of deduction to solve this mystery. Okay, let's take a look at his body then. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. I was gonna say if we could take this top off and see if he has a bracelet on, but like an ankle bracelet or something on, but that's not gonna happen. I guess the glove, because those are supposed to be in their cells. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? I guess somehow. Eureka! Prisoners aren't able to come and go from this workshop as they please. The door sensor would detect their bracelets and the alarm would sound. What's more, according to the guard, no prisoners were authorized to be in this room at all today. And yet we have a rubber glove of the kind issued to inmates. This is a clear contradiction. So where did the glove come from, sir? I don't know, detective. Not yet, anyway. All I know for now is that the glove is a valuable piece of evidence. And I'm going to turn my music down a little. There we go. Oh, I know. I probably need to turn it back up a little. Just in the volume. Your streaming is a bit hard, and oh, fuck's sake. My webcam is being dodgy. Fuck's sake. This is what makes me want to get a new one. But also I know that the wire is just a bit dodgy, so I can probably sort that. You, apart from prisoners and guards, who else has access to this room? No one, sir. This is a prison after all. Prisoners and guards are pretty much all there is. Mr. Fender? Come Come on, don't play us like that, friend. We both know that's not true. You know as well as I do that prisoners and guards aren't the only ones to come in here. Huh? Oh, do you mean... But sir, they're... Miss Defender, would you care to get to the point? Who exactly are you talking about? What, you don't have a pair of peepers in that hard head of yours? You didn't see them on the way in? Wandering around in the corridors, chilling with their buds? I bet if you mosey-eyed on out of that door right now, you'd trip over one of them before you take a step. Listen, pal, we've just had enough of your baloney. Take a chill pill, big guy. I'm on your side. You know, for such a white fella, you have a very narrow mind. What did you... He called you an idiot, Gumshoe. Detective. Sorry, sir. Look, just follow me, okay? Seeing is believing. Isn't that what they say? I'm guessing they're talking about, like, a janitor or something? Like a cleaner? We're back in the prison corridor. This is no ordinary slammer. Here the humans share their space with some special friends. Animals. Yep, furred and feathered fellas of all shapes and sizes. God filled me in on how it came about. Seems they decided to take a little experiment in animal therapy a few years back. The cons are assigned a credit each, a buddy to help them keep their spirits up. Really? Wow, that sounds like so much fun. Plus, inmates can even earn pet care qualifications if they go through some job training with the animals. Oh, that must be what all the equipment in the workshop is for. You got it. Room set up specially for that training stuff. Oh, that makes so much sense, actually. So, when you said somebody else could have been at the scene of the crime, except one though, big guy, I was talking about these guys. That just means you're still talking baloney. What would an animal do with a rubber glove? Good question. All I'm trying to say is that it was possible. The rest is Mr. Prosecutor's problem. Mr. Edge of Serve, you want me to arrest this piece of baloney? Just say the word. Let me get this straight. I've seen these animals kind of wander freely around the prison. You know those sensors on the doors? They detect the prisoner's bracelets and sound the alarm when somebody goes walkabout. Well, for our fairy friends, it's the other way around. They're fitted with microchips that open doors right up. They are? Uh-huh. They're implanted just under the skin around the shoulders. Quick needle, quick jab, and voila. What? Doesn't it hurt? Nope, they don't feel a thing. That's what they tell me anyway. Now, where was I? Alright, so the point is they're not the baddies here, so there's no reason to punish them. It's ironic, really. Here in this institution where the humans are caged, the animals are free to roam to their heart's content. That is a bit ironic, isn't it? They're not completely free, though. They can't leave the prison proper, for one thing. No sensor on that big mother of a door out, you see. What's that tinkling sound? Sir? Who the fuck is this? It's a big dog. Look at him, he's so silly. I like him. I like this silly little guy. Look at him. Just look at that thing. And is that a bell around its neck? That explains the sound, I suppose. Look at him, he's so silly. He's so silly. I like him. I like the dog. Mr. Edgeworth, were you seriously trying to stare it down? I refuse to lose to a dog. But he's so silly. No, not for nothing, sir, but your dog handling skills could use some work. Leave it to a pro. I know how to treat him right. Come on now, come to Gummy. He's just ignoring Gumshoe at all costs. Man, ignored by a dog. That dog was certainly different, very different to the other animals. And it seemed to have a real thing against me, and only me. Alrighty then, you met the menagerie. What's next? Guess we better interview some witnesses, right, sir? Indeed, we need more information regarding what was happening around the time the body was found. And let's start with that guy. Hey, you, there in the cell. That all in cells. Gumshoe. Is my light okay? Because it'll just suddenly go dimmer and then go back to its normal thing again. That is slightly concerning. Now I'm wondering whether my dad got the right bulb or not. But if it's turned on, he's probably got the right one, so. Ignored again. Hello. We're wondering if you might be able to tell us anything about this morning's incident. Is anyone else a little afraid of this guy? Not a big talker, huh? It's alright, man. I'm on your side here. Let's start with a handshake, huh? Maybe a big hug to break the ice? Seconds out. What's that supposed to mean? Hey, I get it, man. Not everyone's the hugging type. I'm cool with that. Round 1, 10 reps each. What is this man up to? I better see what he has to say for himself. Your name? From the blue corner, it's Rocco D259 Casarato. Don't mind if I keep moving, do you, boss? Fire can't let his heart rate drop, see? It doesn't look like there's any danger of that. Don't you worry, you'll lose too much weight doing all that. Gotta make weight before I fight, boss. Won't even make it into the ring if you don't. So you're... Wait, I get it. Could be a boxer, right? Was back in the day, but it's good to stay fighting fit. Leastways, that's how I see it. So it's the bad part of your training too? Looks kind of like an apron. It's so cute. Anything cute about Teddy? Anything cute about Teddy? Kid's my partner, see? This here polar bear keeps me on my toes. Seems to have loosened up a little. Now's my chance. Where were you and Teddy at the time of the incident? Come on, boss. I ain't no stoolie, and I don't know nothing about know-how. I'll be the judge of that. Please answer the question. Yeah, punch drunk or something, boss? I told you, I don't know zip. So I won't play ball. Guess there's only one thing to do, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed, the more he protests his ignorance, the more certain I am that he's hiding something. Alright, let's see exactly what you do and don't know, shall we, Mr. Casaretto? I just realised his last name is a pun on the term incarcerated. Now let us analyse the state of play. He adopts a boxing stance when he's on high alert, and I guess it's that things won't go well if I push too hard at these moments. When my opponent is on the offensive, I should remain calm and bide my time. He's bound to reveal an opening eventually, which is when I'll pounce. First, let's see if our friend here knows anything about the incident. I'll start by asking about his movements and bring his fight to an end before he knows what hit him. So, okay, my chest. Logic chess. So we made a day so far. Why don't you start by telling me what you've done today? You'll answer me, Mr. Casaretto. What? You want a shot at the champ, is that it? Then put him up, pal. Final time. Throwing in the towel already? That's gonna be a record. Fisticuffs is hardly my style, but I'm more than happy to take you up on a game of chess. Incidentally, don't you get tired ducking and diving like all the time? You think I don't get the stamina, kid? Oh, you just try me. Final time again. I ain't tired, not today, not ever. Especially not today. Took it real easy this morning. Had me some quiet cell time. Hardly broke a sweat. Really? You look pretty sweaty to me. Give me a break, will ya? I'm done talking, okay? I'm tired. Yeah, real tired. Going for the pounds. I thought you took it easy. You may have kept your boxing skills sharp, Mr. Casaretto, but I'm afraid your lying needs a bit of work. Tired? Really? I hardly think that's possible. Especially not after you told me about your quiet cell time this morning. Boom. Oof, we've gotta be more careful here, Teddy. When this guy lands, he lands. He's hiding something. I'm sure of it. I should try asking him about what was happening at the time of the incident, both inside and outside his cell. I won't need to use my fists in this next round. No, I'll deliver this knockout using carefully chosen words alone. Ooh. What were you doing? You remember what you were doing at the time of the incident? I was, catching some Z's. We both was. The incident happened only a short while ago. You seem wide awake, all things considered. Okay, he's in his fighting stance, so by that time. Fire's gotta be able to get up quick when he's down, but he needs his beauty sleep too. Builds muscle. Is that so? Then I apologize for waking you. I keep needing to adjust my music to see if it's too loud or too quiet. I've read that rest is an important part of any boxer's training regimen. You don't say. So Mr. Prosecutor's savvy when it comes to the fight game, who knew? How do you know my profession? Interesting. How do you know I'm a prosecutor? I don't remember telling you. And plus, he doesn't wear his prosecutor's badge. Like most prosecutors don't wear their badge. And he's just wearing a suit. Like, sure, you could make an assumption that he's a prosecutor based on his cravat, but that's like it. And there's like a lot of other professions that you could also assume where he would wear a suit and wear a cravat. Like, for example, he could just be like a waiter at a like really fancy restaurant. Like, you don't know that. You've been eavesdropping, haven't you? You've been listening to every word we said out here in the corridor, which means you went asleep and that you're lying. Okay. You're good, kid. Got me clean with that one. Alright, I admit it. I wasn't catching no Z's. But what? A guy can't work out in his cell no more without lawyers getting involved? Or is a man taking care of himself a crime now? The fact that we now know that he was awake is an important development. It could well prove to be a useful crew. What was he like around here? Did you notice anything strange around the time of the incident? What do you mean, strange? Don't play dumb. Answer the question. Tell me what was going on around at that time. Wish I could help you, boss. But I was asleep. We both was. Time to deploy my clue. You were exercising. Enough of your barefaced lies. You weren't asleep. You were exercising. You told me as much yourself. Yeah, exactly. I cannot punch her. Should have seen that one coming. It seems I have you on the ropes, Mr. Psssttt. And it's time to come clean about what you know. Alright, you don't gotta shout about it. Stop it around like you own the place. Teddy and his pals have been scared enough this morning already. Already, you say? You've done well to enjoy this long, but I fear you'll be soon out for the count. You say the animals have been scared enough already, which implies that something happened here earlier. Well, what was it, Mr. Carcerato? Quit it, will ya? I'm getting shellacked here. Fine. Somebody yelled, okay? Real loud, real scared. Got all the little guys scared too. I bet that was Knight. Probably. Yeah, laugh it up, Mr. Big Shot Lawyer. Let me see you do the same thing in the ring. Checkmate. Boom. Mind chest. Done. I'll just check this discard ping really quickly. There we go. Oh shit, I skipped what he said. What did he say? I think we've now established that you know more than you're letting on, don't you? Fine, I'll talk. You didn't, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's not get carried away, Kay. Our work here has only just begun. Exactly. What? Hey, can we call a time out here for a sec, guys? There's something super big I need to say. It's just, well, it's like a fate brought us here today. After all these years, Edgeworth. And it's a real privilege watching how you work. Eye-opening stuff, in fact. Just thought you should know I'll be telling you know who what you've become. Who? Who know who? Keen to get the lowdown, huh? Well, that's enough. This has nothing to do with Kay. Wow, don't have a cow, man. Why so sensitive? I want to know who! I also want to know who! Report whatever you wish to whomever you wish. Just do it on somebody else's time. Whatever you say, boss man, but I think he should know at least. You know, how you've been living your life since you signed on to doing things the one common way. After all, you've disappointed him enough for one lifetime already, am I right? What's he talking about, Mr. Edgeworth? Nothing that need concern UK. Our focus should be on Mr. Carcerato. I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that Eddie Fender is talking about Gregory Edgeworth. That's the only person I can think of that Eddie could potentially know that Miles Edgeworth also knows. Now, shall we continue? It's time to hear the truth at last. You won't land a glove on me, kid. But also Gregory's dead, so I don't know if that would be him. There was a show finished right around 10 AM. Came back here after, did me some training. Leastways I tried to. Barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams, "What the ah!" Guy was hollering and howling, crying for help. But what can I do for you? I'm locked up in here, right? So I tune it out and get us back to work. I find it curious that he would pay so little heed to a desperate cry for help. Like I say, boss, what can I do? Besides, this is the giant. Don't nobody thank nobody for getting involved in what ain't none of their concern. I hear you, brother. Best you could do is rubberneck come in there anyway, am I right? You mentioned training, Mr. Carcerato. I can't help but notice how well equipped your cell is. There's a guy, the fixer they call him. What's a fixer? Fella who can get his hands onto just about anything you need for a price. No way. Think he can, perhaps, Mr. Carcerato. What you ought to ask for is a beginner's guide to giving better testimony. Best I can promise, best I can, words, because I can promise you that you'll be down for the count in 1. You put me down. Try you, bump. I mean, we just did with the mind chest. So, yeah, he's not looking too great. And what am I, chopped liver? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Okay, show finished around 10 AM. I came back to the cell. Tried to, barely got to the count of 2 before somebody screams. What the? Oh, well. Was it night? Are you listening carefully, Mr. Carcerato? Oh wait, he wouldn't have been able to scream. Cause, into neck. Cause he had blood coming out of his neck. How are you trying to be cute or something? The victim died from a wound to the throat, and very quickly at that. He had neither the time nor the ability to scream as you claim he did. You say you heard the victim's cries, and yeah, that would have been impossible. But there must have been a scream. He said there was. He said there was? We're looking so smug, will you? Fine, I admit it. I didn't hear nothing, alright? But the guy in the next cell did. He told me so. The next cell? You mean... Huh? What do you want? I heard a scream. What of it? We came back to the show and they put us in our cells, same as always. Then just like that, just like I told this guy, I heard it, I screamed, a really scary one. Scary how exactly? Didn't tell him this podcast, but it was kind of like, eek. So hang on, come quickly, he's something like that. Okay. So that was more of like, oh shit, there's someone dead in here. Okay. Okay, let me just sort this out. Why is my webcam being so silly? It's been so stupid for what? For what reason? Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. And that explains it. So Mr. Carcerato was telling the truth. More or less. Yeah, more or less basically. Is that really the case though? Are there really no problems with are there really no problems now with his testimony? There is a problem? I'm afraid a new problem has read its head, and namely, why didn't you hear the scream yourself, Mr. Carcerato? Yeah, he's in the next cell. Yeah, what gives, pal? How come you didn't hear anything when your neighbor heard it clear as day? What? What do you think I did? What do you think I did the crime or something? From inside of the said cell? A guy died over in the workshop, in case you forget. He was eavesdropping. I mean, we already knew that. Well, yeah, it does seem a little weird now that you mention it, yeah. But we can't completely rule the prisoners out. He's right, neither of us could have done it. Cause let me tell you, if I could get out of this here cage and murder somebody, you'd be all toast. I just realized something. Is this Polly here? Is this Yanni Yogi's cell? Ain't that the truth? You bums ain't leaving this place in one piece if any of us can help it. I almost forgot that these men are hardened criminals. Well, I won't be doing that again anytime soon. I'm guessing this wasn't how you saw this going, Edgeworth? What's my next move here? I won't get much more out of them in this state. Who's that? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck says overruled? Oh my god, wait. That's Verity Gavel. I love her. Love her. Order in the court. Who died and made you the boss of me? Huh? Can't you see we're kind of busy here? Hush now. Silence is golden. It is? Your hand, if you please. By the power vested in me, I hereby sentence you to blissful silence. Praise be, a simple life awaits you. No money, no possessions. May the goddess of justice watch over you, now and always. God, if you would. Looks like you'll be spending the night in solitary, buddy. What? Come on, please, boss. Any place but there. There's no need to be afraid, my child. In anything, if anything, you should rejoice. This is a blessing, a chance to redeem yourself, to be reborn. Added 5 minutes, by the way. Oh, goddess of justice, bless your child and keep him in your care. Oh, holy one, we give thanks in your name. And you are? Verity Gavel, at your service. It is my honor to bear the title of judge and to work at the pleasure of the law. And what is a judge doing in a place like this? Since you ask, Mr. Edgeworth, I've been sent here to find you. I came bearing a message from the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, and it is my sacred duty to deliver it. The Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence? I can never say prosecutorial right the first time. What the heck is that? It is, first and foremost, a name that should not be taken in vain, my child, for it is a sacred phrase from the goddess of justice herself. Why don't I fill you in, kiddo? The committee is a panel of 11 people whose job is to keep our beloved prosecutors honest. In other words, they make sure people like Edgeworth here don't cross the professional line. The panel is comprised of... I have such an itchy nose. The panel is comprised of people from both the legal and political professions. A panel of which you are a member, I assume? I am. Allow me to thank you on the committee's behalf for your service. Thanks for coming to see us like this. Speaking for myself, it's a real honor to meet you. It's always great to hang out with a judicial compadre. Come on, bring it in, chillax. We're all friends here. Need I remind you that the committee has a long-standing relationship with the Bar Association. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just trying to lighten the mood, okay? A murder has happened. I don't think you can lighten the mood, Feddy. I literally just merged his names. Eddie. So your job is to find bad prosecutors and punish them? Precisely, my child. Praise be to the goddess of justice for bestowing her gift of insight upon you. The committee has the power to remove problematic prosecutors from cases. And should a prosecutor truly unworthy of the title be brought to our attention, we are vested with the power to confiscate that prosecutor's badge. And what does the Committee for Prosecutory, whatever you said, what with Mr. Edgeworth? We're in the middle of an investigation. Pitiful. You really don't know, do you? What an ignoramus. And who are you, pal? Winner. Eustace Winner. Prosecutor extraordinaire. Though, you might know me as just the Winner, a name they call me down at the prosecutor's office. With great affection, I might add. Who the fuck calls you the Winner? That just sounds like the name of a loser. Oh my god. I have never heard of you. And how about Detective Flatfoot over there? Nope. Name means nothing to me. Well, it's to be expected of an ignoramus, I suppose. Ignorance is sweet, as they say, so I'm sure most things mean sweet nothings to you. Ignorance is bliss, winner, and I don't think sweet nothings means what you think it means. It is entirely natural that you aren't yet acquainted. Eustace only joined us just last month, so it's nothing but a rookie? I'm a loser. I'm not just any rookie. I'm a winning rookie, which he will prove himself to be in due time. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. What do you mean? What mess? I think I know exactly what he means. The committee sending an envoy with a new prosecutor in tow. I suspect I know what you're getting at, Winner. But I'm going to need a few more details. Would you mind explaining, Judge Gavel? Very well. By the power vested in me by the Goddess of Justice, I hereby declare that in the matter of the incident at the presidential address and the murder of Mr. Bronco Knight, the committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. What? Mr. Edgeworth is off the case? Just like that? Judge Garrow, I believe I asked for an explanation. No explanation is required. The guilty verdict is in. The goddess has spoken and her judgment is final. But why is he being kicked off the case? And what exactly have I done to warrant being taken off the case? Come now, Mr. Edgeworth. Claiming ignorance of your crimes will not serve to lessen your guilt. You boarded the presidential plane, violating the principle of extraterritoriality, and while there, you performed an unsanctioned investigation and subjected a visiting foreign leader to questioning. The ad is starting soon, by the way. You're wrong. I should read that after the ad is finished. Oh my god. Well, I need to check something first. Because I think I know who his voice actor is. Fun fact, guys. The voice of Eustace Winner is Indigo. You know, that person that did a bunch of those, like, Dan TDM remixes, like, years ago. Yeah. That's the voice actor of Eustace, which I think is very cool. I saw them post it onto Twitter, like a month or two ago, I think. It must have been it must have been 2 months ago, because that's when I need to take my phone off charge, by the way. But it's such a tight gap, like under my, like in here, like next to my desk, so I can't get to it. Yeah, I saw them post it on Twitter, like I think 2 months ago, because I still follow them. I used to watch their videos, but not really anymore. But I still follow them on Twitter and stuff, and just see kind of the stuff they get up to. And yeah, they voice Eustace Winner, and which I think is very, very, very cool. And I need to put moisturizer on my hands, so yeah, I'll probably be like another hour and a half, because I need to go. Oh shit! Probably only another hour, because I need to wash my hair, because I didn't do it earlier. I should have done it this afternoon, but I didn't. So yeah, because I did that on Wednesday. I washed my hair like midday on Wednesday, because I think our shower's broken here, so I literally have to wash my hair in the fucking bath. So, which is so awkward, and yeah. I need to ask my dad if he's like sorted it, basically. So yeah, welcome back from the ad, everyone. You are one wrong move away from causing a major international incident. I have my choice on my hands, by the way. Her gaffle is actually pretty cool. You vastly overstepped the authority of your office. To call it an abuse of power would be no understatement. I don't deny that I may have pushed the boundaries where certain rules were concerned, but there is also no denying that certain risks must be taken if one is to arrive at the truth. I refuse to concede that my actions were inappropriate. Then what you are saying is that the ends justify the means? That rules can be freely ignored? Sounds like a certain professor from Themis Legal Academy. That is a very dangerous way of thinking. The law is absolute. It is not to be bent to your whims. Also, that is very dangerous. Like, mode of thinking. Like, the law is absolute and... yeah. I'm just gonna stop it there. Forgive me, but not all of us believe as you do. Is that so? How unfortunate. Still, it changes nothing. When a trial ends, the hammer falls. Be you defendant or attorney, even if the verdict seems irrational, nothing more can be done. Nothing, that is, but to give thanks for the goddess of justice's divine grace. Unless you wish to appeal. To do so would be to risk your badge, of course. So they mean to take my badge if I don't play along. Whoa, tough break, Edgeworth. I see you've accepted your fate. Good. Guards, if you would be so kind as to escort him out. Fuck's sake, man. No, stop. What are you doing, detective? I'm in charge here now, so you'll do as I say and move out of the way. What? You're not the boss of me. Unluckily for you, Flatfoot, that's exactly what I am. They're holding all the cards here. I don't stand a chance. Detective Gumshoe, do as Mr. Winner says. But sir... Judge Gavel. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? The committee's decision is beyond irrational. So yes, I do plan to appeal. You haven't heard the last of this. Duly noted. Until we meet again then. What the fuck are her shoes? I've just realised. They look like heeled Converse, kind of, in a way. They remind me of heeled Converse. In some way. What the fuck? What the fuck are her shoes? Because, like, with every other character, right? If we see, like, oh, Eustace is just wearing some, like, black, like, plain shoes. Like, most of the prosecutors are like, defense attorneys wear, like, some sort of, like, formal shoes or, like, loafers or whatever. Well, I don't even know what we call them here in England. Kay's wearing, you know, wellies. But then what the fuck is Gavel wearing? What the fuck are those shoes? Unless those are her socks. Unless that red bit is her socks. But that raises even more questions. What the fuck is she wearing? Huh? I'm confused. Let's go, Kay. We're leaving. Right. I'm confused by Gavel's shoe choice. Now remember, you know who will be getting a full report on all of this. That is definitely Yana Yogi's cell, by the way, with the parrot in. Just saying. Save our progress right there. Okay, we're back at Edgeworth's office. I still can't believe what happened yesterday. It was terrible, the way those two treated you. Now let's cut to the chase. I'm here to clean up your mess, Edgeworth. Fucking hate Eustace. Love Pharisee, by the way. The committee hereby decrees that Prosecutor Edgeworth to be relieved of his duties and replaced by Prosecutor Winner. Here ends the verdict. I'm just saying, I'm more biased to Pharisee because I really like her design. But again, I can't overlook her shoes. What the fuck are they? Judge Gavel and Mr. Winner certainly didn't mince their words. But that's not what concerns me right now. I'm more worried about the committee's reasons for doing what they did, and what they might do next. I suspect it won't be good. To Mr. Edgeworth, are you listening to me? Yes, of course. So this is it, you're giving up on the Bronco Knight case? No, I have no intention of doing any such thing. To walk away from the case would be to tacitly accept the committee's decision. The only problem is that I don't have the authority to continue investigating. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is ringing you? Yeah? What is it, detective? Oh, it's Gumshoe. I've got some bad news, sir. Word down at the precinct is they just arrested somebody for Knight's murder. What? Do you know who it is? No, but I heard they're being held in the detention center. Maybe you could go talk to whoever it is? Good idea, let's get down there, Mr. Edgeworth. Even without the authority to investigate, surely I can still pay a suspect an innocent visit. Alright, we're on our way. Me too, I'll see you there, sir. But won't you be missed, detective? Nah, everyone's busy in the prison going over the crime scene anyway. Good, then we'll see you shortly. Yes, sir. Come on, Kate, let's go. You got it. I need to clean my fucking glasses, they're so fucking dirty. Okay, who is it? Who is this suspect? Waiting. Still no sign of them, huh? Indeed. Wait, this is just like the last time! Please don't tempt fate like that. No, I can't, I just can't. Sure you can, I told you, it's just a pair of visitors. Sounds like someone really doesn't want to see us. And this is our suspect. No. Just talk to them, please. But one of them is a prosecutor, right? Aren't they all super scary? All they do is stare at you, right into your soul. Yeah, I can't deny that. Edgeworth does that all the time. So, yeah. I must be the suspect in the... That is the fairest fucking reaction. See, I told you. Okay, why is this man so flustered? Because he's fucking scared of you, man. Like, what? Come on. What? I'll be a second. There we go. Probably because you're being you, but I guess that's just how you are. Thanks for clearing up absolutely nothing. No, it's just you being you. Her explanation was completely sound. Hey, Mr. Suspect, you doing okay now? We just want to have a little chat with you. No biggie, right? Who are you? I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's trusty sidekick. It's just a part-time gig I'm doing while I take a break from my real job, though. Funny, I don't recall ever employing you. Yeah, you're not being paid for this shit. You're just hitching a ride with us. And that's Mr. Edgeworth. He is a prosecutor, but he's not going to stare a hole into your soul or anything. That's a lie. He will. Oh, please. Yeah, he will. He will. Really? Really? So that was a fucking lie then. Anyway, can you first please tell us your name? It's Simeon Saint. Well, nice to meet you, Simeon. You can call me Kay. Everyone else does. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask you a few questions, if I may. Please, Simeon. We're trying to help you. I promise. Really? Thanks to Kay, it sounds like we might finally get some answers at least. Perhaps you could start by telling us a little bit about yourself. Yeah, me, but why would anyone want to know anything about me? I'm boring. I'm nothing. I'm a nobody. Do you have a job? Oh, well, it's hardly worth mentioning, really. I'm your average corporate pencil pusher, just like everybody else, honest. This is going to take a while. Oh, fuck's sake. I pressed the wrong thing. Relation to Knight. About you and Mr. Knight. Huh? And just when I thought we were making progress. Okay. So, Simeon, did you know Mr. Knight? Come on, you can tell me. Bronco? Yeah, I knew him. He was, we were friends. Interesting. I wonder if he knew that Knight had been arrested. Did you know Mr. Knight had been arrested? Yeah, I even came to visit him. He came to see Knight? I wonder when that would have been. And when was that, Simeon? It was the day before yesterday, around lunchtime. He came as soon as I got the call from the cops. The police called him? Why? How come the police called you? They said Bronco asked them to. They needed a favor. A favor? Uh-huh. He wanted me to bring him his chess set, the pocket-sized one. We know. We've seen that. So I went to his place and then I came here. A chess set? A chess set. Is it just me or is she getting better at stealing my thoughts? You do know everything you think is written all over your face, right, Miss Edgeworth? Yeah, I'm not a mind reader, just an expression reader. She would be a great psychology student, just saying. Amazing, right? Don't you love having a sidekick as helpful as me? Have you read what my next movie is gonna be? I sure have. There's something you want to show Simeon? Indeed. Let's present it to him and see what he has to say about it. Present the chess set. So this chess set. Oh, that's the one I brought for Bronco. Well, that settles that at least. Okay, that's been updated in our organizer. Dun, 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 dun. We found it next to Mr. Knight. He always had to have a chessboard somewhere nearby. I'm not surprised he had it with him when he... Simeon, you and Mr. Knight, you were very close, weren't you? Yeah, we were best friends. At least I thought we were. But I guess I was wrong about that. What do you mean? If I knew him so well, why was it such a shock for me to find out he had killed someone? It's not easy discovering that someone you're close to has committed a terrible crime. It's a very bitter pill to swallow indeed. How could it all end like this? I could never have imagined something so awful. Something's not right here, Mr. Edgeworth. There's just no way Simeon murdered Mr. Knight. Yeah, he certainly doesn't seem to have an obvious motive. Yeah, plus he seems like a very meek and mild person. Like he's literally scared by everything. Like knowing he could pick up a gun or a knife and just go, you know, and kill a guy. Then again, he wouldn't have been arrested for no reason either. I wonder what grounds they had for doing so. Why were you arrested, Mr. Sane? I just don't get it. Why wouldn't he talk to me? Because you have a death stare. He's scared of you, Edgeworth. I don't know. Honestly, I don't... Oh, he answered you, Miss Edgeworth. I guess he's not scared of you anymore. Thank goodness for small miracles. The cops burst into my house this morning out of nowhere. And before I knew it, I was here. It sounds like unlawful breaking and entering. These policemen, was there a prosecutor with them? Yes, some kid named the winner or something? I swear that's a reference to his fandom name. Fandom name. What? I can't remember what his fandom name is though. What is it? What is his name? Sebastian De Vest. I think that's a reference to his fandom name. The Rocky. I thought as much. So, did they interrogate you yet? What? I'm going to be interrogated by the cops? Well, yeah, I mean, you've been arrested. You're a suspect now. No. One of the detectives shot me and found me a note. There are always these hooping guys, right? Who get in your face and force you to... Detective Dick Gumshoe reported for duty. See, I told you. There's no way this guy killed a man. There's no fucking way. Please don't hurt me. Please don't crush me with those huge arms. No, please. Hey, I'm calling the cops. What's up with this guy, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nothing, detective. Yeah, just being you. I guess it's just how you are. I don't get it, sir. Look at Mr. Edgeworth. Simeon is clearly innocent. So there's gotta be something we can do for him, isn't there? Mr. Sane. Yes? You and Mr. Knight's friend, and 2 days ago you came to visit him. You had nothing at all to do with his murder, is my understanding correct? Yeah, I didn't kill anybody. Very well. Then I'll choose to believe you, and I'll do all that I can to assist you. But why would you help nobody like me? Let's just say I may not be doing it solely for your sake. I have something of a personal interest in this case. That's right, it's payback time. We'll show these two whose investigation reigns supreme. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Unfortunately, I still lack the authority to conduct said investigation. As such, my resources are rather limited, and I'll need to lean heavily on the ones I do have at hand. Which means you, Mr. Saint. Your information will be invaluable going forward. In other words, let's see if we can't help one another out, shall we? Oh, I just thought of something. Why don't you just borrow an attorney's badge? Then you can represent our pal here. Now's not the time for jokes, Gummy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecutor. He couldn't defend anyone if his life depended on it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But I wasn't kidding. I just thought, helping suspects, that's what a defense attorney does, you know? And plus, he has done it before. Sure, but we can do that too. The only thing that matters is that we find the real culprit in the end. So come on, let's get to work. Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you know already, but just to be clear, if our investigation ultimately proves you to be the culprit, we'll have no choice but to treat you like any other suspect. But you needn't worry. I believe you, or at least I've decided to try, for now. Blame Phoenix for that. Just hold tight and try to believe in us in return. If nothing else, it might help you to feel a little less alone. Now if you'll excuse me. Okay, we are in the detention center corridor. My glasses are so fucking dirty. So we talked a good game in there. Well, we can't even get back inside the main prison to see the scene of the crime. Maybe defending the guy in court is our best bet after all. Gummy can't defend for his life, remember? He can't. Bristol, turn about. Well, who do we have here? A defender. A defender. If it isn't Edgeworth and the gang, what are you cats doing here? Listen, pal, if you come to harass Mr. Edgeworth again, I'll... Hey, yeah, easy there, Detective Flatfoot Sholmes. I'm here to work. Reference. There's so many references in this case, oh my god. Work? Wait, what, you're here to defend somebody? Well, the K-Master nails it in one. Are you just the uber intelligence or one of the bunch? Uber intelligence? That's not how you use either of those words, offender. My glasses are still fucking dirty, but whatever. Some might say I'm an easygoing old rogue about town, but I'm actually not a half bad attorney. Which is why I've been summoned to the old jailer Rooney for meeting with a new client. The suspect is one old Simone Sainsbury. Dude, he's not a fucking supermarket, jeez. You mean Simeon Saint? Well, that's freaky. You know more about my job than I do. Well, Mr. Fender's a defense attorney. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We be his assistants. I fear it might be. In fact, it could be our only option. Not so long ago, I found myself embroiled in another case that wasn't mine. I managed to work my way out to the crime scene by agreeing to be a certain someone's subordinate, Francisca. Now, an experience I ever wanted to repeat, but I fear I may have little choice. Fender, Before you say another word, I just gotta point out the fine print. Any Fender doesn't take on associates. Saying it ain't so I hear you protesting, but pompous prosecutors are a no-go. Especially those of the Von Karma variety. I should have known he wouldn't forgive me that easily. I understand why you wouldn't want to work with someone like me. What's more, I understand how you feel about all things Von Karma. But please, believe me when I say I'm not the man who I was back then. I'm no longer under my old mentor spell. You better believe it, pal. Mr. Edgeworth's a changed man. Sure, he used to be the demon prosecutor, but it's not like that anymore. I do have feelings, detective. Yeah, he's not totally emotionless. Gumpy's right. Mr. Edgeworth's one of the good guys now. He's not just a prosecutor, he's a hero. He's got me off the hook just last month. You don't say. Well, that escalated quickly. But he was, there's no other word for it. He was heroic, great thiefly even. Please, Fender, don't you think there's something odd about the way the committee stepped in yesterday? There's more to this case than meets the eye. I'm certain of it. I can't just walk away from this. I can't. Please, allow me to help you with this investigation. Sheesh. I bowed from the great Miles Edgeworth. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So enlighten me, if you will. What made the leopard change his spots? Well, I suppose I would have to say the courtroom itself. I've experienced so many things and met so many people there within its four walls, including some old friends who showed me a better way to be. How could that not change a person? Phoenix. Well, I'll be. The old you would never have bared his soul like this. That was beautiful. You might have even surprised you know who, and you know how much that takes. Tell you what, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start again with a clean slate. So, this is me. Edgeworth and Co. Law Offices, Eddie Fender, Senior Partner. At Edgeworth? That's right, Mr. Fender here began his legal career as an assistant to my late father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? Your dad was a defense attorney? Shock. So the you-know-who Mr. Fender keeps talking about is the clever case master nails it in one yet again. That's right, I was talking about his old man. Guess you all noticed I kept his name off the door, so to speak. Least I could do for old Gregory, really. Listen, Edgeworth, Miles. I'm going to level with you here. I don't trust you. Not fully, anyway. I can't just forget about all those years you spent licking Von Karma's boots, you know. Anyone can say they've changed. I'm going to need to prove it. I'm going to need you to prove it. And besides, you know it's what Gregory would have wanted. Very well. I accept. Okay, then that's enough hardball for one day. Let's move on to the fun stuff. I hereby appoint you interim associate of Edgeworth and Co. Congrats, man. I'll try not to let you down. Wow, doesn't this bring a tear to my eye? The prodigal son coming on board at his late father's firm. Permission to come on board too, please, Mr. Fender? You don't even have to ask, kiddo. Welcome to the crew. Woohoo! Thanks, Captain. Alright, I guess it's time to go to work. So, where to begin? Any great ideas, Miles? Where were we when we were so rudely interrupted? Well, I guess it's safe to say that probably wasn't the victim. Indeed, it sounds more likely to have been the person who found his body. I believe we need to speak with the person who found the body. Just thought I was thinking, eager associate, we do indeed. Still time to smile and nod, I see. That will certainly make my life easier, boss. Now that's that, I've decided. Let's get going. What about me? I'm a detective. I can't just hop on board as an attorney's assistant like you guys. Can't you just go into the prison proper? Can't you just do that? Here's the point, I can't leave him here just on his own now, can I? Detective Gumshoe, I have a special assignment for you. You are to continue investigating the case under Mr. Winner, and if you happen to discover anything that seems useful, you are to notify me immediately. You're in a uniquely powerful position, Detective. Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to need all the info you can pass our way. You can count on me, sir. I'm a real pro when it comes to letting things slip to the defense. Trust me, I know. But just this once, those loose lips of yours might be what saves our ship. Okay, ease off. Throw wide the prison gates, good sirs, because here we come. Let's go! So, any idea how we track down whoever found the Bronxter's body, Miles? I think our best bet would be to simply ask around. Oh, don't you dare! Who the fuck are you? Who is this? Excuse me, but oh my, just look at you. Are you talking to me? Just fabulously chic, darling. Fabulously. Facial hair is so very awkward, don't you think? Oh, Shantae as well. I'm much obliged. Defense Attorney Eddie Fender at your service. Let's get things off on the right foot, shall we? A little ambrosier, perhaps? Oh ho ho, I like the sound of that. Right on the kisser. Well, how else does one greet a new fan pattern? Else which is entirely the Russia, don't you think? Okay. Oh, talk about stealing a kiss. Indeed, an act so shameless it puts even great thieves to shame. Physical contact is so important as a form of expression for our little family. Everyone in this lovely home will tell you as much. Hey, if everyone else is hip to that, I can be hip to that too. You did not like that, I can assure you. Fifi Lagarde, by the way, warden of this charming abode. You may call me Fifi, of course. So she's the warden of the entire detention centre and prison facility, is she? A pleasure to meet you, Miss Lagarde. Miles Edgeworth. I'm an associate with Mr. Fender's practice. Hope you don't mind me asking, but were you here in the prison yesterday? Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day after all. Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps? A meeting? Oh heavens, no, I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. It was a simply spectacular event featuring some terrifically talented animals. Anyone had to be there. If you were here at home, you were watching this show with me. The performers set up a special stage in the yard just for us. We are one very lucky family, n'est-ce pas? So she was at the circus performance for the inmates yesterday morning. Mr. Carter Rattle mentioned a show yesterday as well. We must have been talking about the same thing. What time did this show take place? From around 8 until 10, maybe? Yeah, something like that. When it finished right around when the body was discovered. And by dint of having attended the show, she has a reasonably solid alibi. Yeah, there would have been witnesses who could, verify where she was. So yeah, it's a decent alibi. How would you look at the time? So nice, but I really much dash. Feel free to explore our home. Mikasa, Tsukasa and all that. Ciao for now. That is one massive fucking coat. Oh my god. Well, what now, Mr. Edgeworth? The person who found the body screamed. And that scream was heard by one inmate that we know of. Therefore, our first task is to question this inmate and see where his information will take us next. Yeah, okay, we can't go that way, but yeah, that is definitely Yogi, so. Yeah, so that was the other guy's cell. Okay, what do you know? About the person who found the body, do you happen to know where he is right now? Should be in one of the workshops, I guess. Usually it is at this hour. Then it seems the workshops are our next port of call. Okay. Look at this guy. Look at this silly little guy. Is this the crime scene? I can see the crime scene through the window in this door. Next time, you can't just shove your whole face in front of a window like that. You have to do it more. Sneak like. Steal a few good looks while keeping a lookout for your enemies. I'm now criminal okay. So why should I have to behave like one? Isha, I was just trying to teach you my special sneak peek technique. Well, I have no need for any such technique, thank you very much. Wait a minute, I want to look at the achievements. What is the achievement? What's the achievement for this one? So this is AAI 2, episode 2. For completing it. For pressing every single one of Eustace's statements and forcing him to correct them all. Is there any other one that we get sooner? I don't think so. So it's just pressing all of Eustace's things. Oh my god, he's a cat! Oh my god, these animals are so cute. Okay. It should be in there. Hello, anybody in there? Nice try, kiddo, but this isn't a bathroom stall. Yo, you there, could you help us out here, my good man? Yes sir, what can I do for you? Is somebody using this workshop right now? Yes sir, one of the prisoners is in there. Just confirmed it myself during the noontime roll call. We'd like to speak to this prisoner if that's alright. Sir, I'll go fetch him right now. Won't take a second. This one's all yours, mousy boy. What do I? Let's just say I'd rather not roll the dice on someone I don't know, yeah? And I thought adults are supposed to be strong and brave. Well, you're not looking so brave yourself right now, so let's call it even. Here they come. Frank saw it. That was our first fucking killer of the entire fucking franchise. Hello, yes, hello. Hey, you wish to speak with me? No, exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is it? My name is Miles Edruff. I'm a public prosecutor. A prosecutor, you say? A defender, attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor indeed, that'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ugh, he's right, I mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. That explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. So he's already spoken to Winner. Would you mind answering a few questions? No, of course not. I'd be delighted. Your name's Sowett, Frank Sowett. The witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything, why not? Mr. Sowett, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? Yes, I was in that workshop there, working as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of study befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. And that's it, I certainly didn't see anything. Interesting, I barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. So yeah, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry.
Hold it!
Yeah, no. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sowett, but this interview has only just begun. I mean, even if you were to ask me, you know something, don't you? He's definitely hiding something. I need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Is this my chess time? Is this my chess time? Is this Legit's chess time? Legit chess. The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. I didn't see anything. Ooh, 3 chess pieces. I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Somebody tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. And yet again, he was our first person we took down in the shortest case in the entire fucking franchise. Literally. That first case, I remember it taking us like half an hour to stream, like last year. So, yeah. I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. I have to rely solely on his words indeed. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. Mind chess, commence. Oh, what's your connection to this incident? Tell me, what's your connection to this incident? Which incident? The murder? Oh, that's nothing at all to do with me. Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Bullshit! You murdered someone! You murdered Larry's girlfriend! I take the highest offense to that, actually. You see, how can I put this? I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen, a good person, if you will. Bullshit. Forgive me, Mr. Sowett, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. Unless you're talking about Simon Blackwell. So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. How many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything, I swear. By that time. So I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mrs. Sowett. But considering that the incident occurred right here in this prison, I find it very hard to believe you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yeah, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. But if you're looking for the person who found the body, you have to look elsewhere. The person who found the body, you say? How do you know we were looking for that person, eh? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such things to you. Is it because you do know something and you're not telling me after all? Yeah, I just sense that you just who you might be looking for, that's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything really. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday, the day of the incident. My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? The day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. What were you doing? I want to know what you did, Mr. Stowett, in detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident? I'd imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? Not really. Maybe I heard someone, but were they screaming? I heard someone. Was there someone screaming by any chance? Not trying to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Stowett. I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. His toupee's gotta fly right the fuck off. I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. Ugh, bullshit. The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Tell me about the day of the incident. Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident. Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. How are things in the prison? What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. Time to deploy my cue. You said you heard a scream. You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream. Oh, but then I might be mistaken. The truth is I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Stowett. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying. Bide my time. Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals, I get into the zone, they're all I see. Am I to understand that you have something of a talent for animal grooming then? Well, my sister's technique could use a little work, but I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Scared? And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often. Well, no, thankfully it doesn't. A scream would certainly frighten them, though. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it that you're hiding, Mr. Stowett? Tell me. I can assure you I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I did really hear some of the screams, but I'm not hiding anything, I promise. The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking the scream itself in more detail. And now the timer has gone up. Yippee! I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Stowett. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? When did you hear this scream? Wait, now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for his prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yeah, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show? But the scream happened after the show, though. Do you realize that goes completely against everything you told me so far? And what are you going to do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. By that time. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did? Did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? And let me think. A whale? Yeah, bullshit. You weren't actually at the show, were you? And if you lies, you were nowhere near the show, were you? Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I wasn't. It's clear Mr. Sowett wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. Who did you hear screaming? Who did you hear screaming? I just realized I made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard, yeah. So I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at any show. How long are you planning to keep up these lies? I didn't know that you went at the show. The game's up, Mr. Sowett. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream now. I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream, not from the person who found the body. Well, it wasn't the victim who screamed. How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then, why do you think it came from the person who found the body? I made a mistake. That's all. How, Mr. Sowett? How did you know that it was the person that found the body who screamed? It's because you're the one who found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. No, it came from you. How did you... It's true, I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. And what gives you the right to lie to us like that, you know? And though we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sowett, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation. Alright, you win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. That's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure the end. Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it? What do you mean? We're not trying to expose the truth, we're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant. What the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know. Our client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always says, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a backseat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sowett, I am asking once more, what happened when you found the body? I was in our workshop there by myself, practicing what I learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the doors to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there, a man not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found? Yeah, that's right, I was in workshop B. And you were there the whole day? Yeah, from the 7 AM roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 AM, noon, and 9 PM. And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 AM, which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Okay. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 AM, which puts it right around the time the show was happening. Oh yeah, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. And therefore anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sowett? I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sowett's testimony. Ruling it out should be my first priority. Okay, let's have a look through his statements. So, in the workshop by himself, don't remember how, but he found himself in front of the door to the other workshop, happened to peek through the little window, and then so I'm lying there, man not moving, dead. Caught a fire and found myself screaming in sheer terror. I'm gonna present the sensors because surely because prisoners aren't allowed to move freely, right? So surely the sensor would have gone off when he left workshop B and was in front of workshop A.
Objection!
Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sowett. I'm afraid you have rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's trained to be a pet stylist. But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Ooh-wee, stylishly done, Edgeroo. But doesn't this mean that Mr. Sowett couldn't have found the body then? Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sowett himself can explain? So actually I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body if you like. By all means, go ahead. Okay, I've got another testimony. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That makes sense. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into that workshop next door. That doesn't make sense. Unless you're fucking Elastigirl, then that doesn't make sense. Inside I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards, please. Is he Elastigirl? Because other than that, I can see no possible reason as how he was able to keep his arm there without. Yeah, there's no way he could have kept his arm in there without, fucking breaking it. Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I better dig a little deeper into his testimony just in case. Let's press this statement there, yeah. There was no way he could have done that. There was no way he could have done that. Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door. That room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yeah, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sowett just said? Yeah. You claim that you looked into the next room as soon as you heard noise? If that's the case, you must have seen more than just a dead body, because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. And that's you've got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth. And Mr. Sowett, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it will do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. Just tell us what you saw. Alright. It was that dog. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. What did you just say? Which is how he got his fucking neck injury. It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, that awful beast, he killed him. Suddenly I don't feel so good. Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing. It was dreadful, horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. So there's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there? Okay, that's been added to our court record. And that really is everything, I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now, this This one seems too far-fetched a lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind. Very well.
Hold it!
Okay, how much do you remember of the man you saw? I remember everything. Let's see. He had blonde hair and his neck was covered in blood because he was dead. Yes, we know that, Mr. Sauer. Thank you very much. I'm just telling you what I saw. I thought you were telling so obsessed with the little details. There's some serious venom behind those words. Something tells me he may not have had the best experience with defense attorneys in the past. Phoenix. Okay. I also saw that black dog, his mouth clamped tight on the man's throat. You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yeah, there was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it and... Whoa, spare to go into details here. What about the victim? Was he... Eek. Don't say it. Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth? Okay, what was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Ooh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even the twitch of a finger, just lifeless. Eek, enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that? Why did you become a defense attorney if you don't want to hear the gory details? To give you a nice and accurate testimony, that is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Living a twitch of finger, just lifeless. I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. It featured a snowflake motif in relief.
Objection!
A ring with a snowflake relief? Yeah, I saw it clear as day. I did 5 minutes, by the way. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting, your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate. And what's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this, you testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger, see exactly as I said, there's no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to see his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless as you approach the body and remove the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window in the door. Yet you seem to have quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sauer. Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot, acting like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. I know. The man's arm. It must have moved under the top while I peeked in. He was dead. Nonsense, you already told us that can't have been the case. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Ooh, is that a stench of... I don't know how to pronounce that word. You? The desperation I smell? Why are you hiding, Mr. Sauer? Tell us. No, You're wrong. I know what I saw. His toupee is about to go. There it is. His toupee has gone. He's now kind of old. You couldn't let it go, could you? Had to keep on poking and prodding. You slimy, 2-bit associate attorney. It seems the real Mr. Sauer has finally revealed himself. Wow, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just a sweet, innocent witness here. Bullshit. But are you really? Because I must say I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? You saw something that should have been impossible to see from the outside the workshop. So how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sauer, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. He was in workshop A.
Take that!
You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. Say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body anyway. And I've just noticed that he only has one glove in his apron pocket. Right there. is the other glove that's in workshop A his? You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over, minding my own business and looking after the animals. Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves for fun? Now put up or shut up. Well, I want to see evidence that proves I was in that room with the body. The rubber glove. Because he just said he signed out a pair of them, but he only has one. Remind me, Mr. Sour, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques? Of course, and perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you. This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. Now this one's different.
Hold it!
Yeah, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. It doesn't prove anything.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps. But if I was to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would rather be fascinating. He's freaking the fuck out. It's over.
Objection!
Oh, fuck off. What the? That was a pretty bad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here is a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on. That's true, so how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered if he tried. Right, we don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. He should be clinging onto that bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is. I designed to, by the way. In what way? As in, it's the best help our wig-flinging friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene. That is in progress, so I'll just reread that in a minute. I might end stream soon, because it looks like we're about halfway through this part. So I think that could we get this done in half an hour? I don't think so. So I think we might have to finish this part off not tomorrow, Sunday. And then the other parts are like the end of it is like decently long. Not as long as this part though. So yeah, we might have to finish this off on Sunday. And yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this part off. Not finish it off, but like finish the next little bit of this investigation. Or maybe we can get it done today. I don't know. Cause we've got some more testimonies, but they look quite short. We'll just see how long it takes us to get through the next little bit. Because yeah, I do have work early tomorrow, so yeah, I do wanna I do have to do some stuff, like wash my hair and shit. So yeah. I need to stretch. Yeah. To be fair, I'm in work for like 4 hours tomorrow, so it's not gonna be too bad. But yeah, I can probably stream for a little bit longer on Sunday, because I'm not in uni until like 9:30. And we have certain topics that are on the exam, but and some we're doing in biosec that aren't on the exam. So I'm trying to think, are we doing one of the topics that's on the exam on Monday? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh no. I can't bother checking now. Yeah, I'll have to check and see. Yeah, the ad is almost done. Welcome back from the added road. Welcome back. So you can't get into a crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. And yet he hasn't said a peep about it. I wonder why that might be him. Yeah, exactly. The sound of silence, I suppose. Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday too. Well, you sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Defender. He is a defense attorney though. The worst of times I want liars calmly show our biggest smiles. Wait. Did these guys did Eddie and Gregory know Mia Fey? I mean, technically Gregory and Mia have interacted. Have they? No, they haven't actually. Cause have they? I'm trying to think. They haven't interacted, no. But I'm trying to think if did Misty channel Gregory? Did Misty channel Gregory? I'm looking at I'm gonna look up Misty's. Misty Faye. I'm gonna look up if Misty channel Gregory. Because I know she was related to the DL6 incident. Yeah, Misty channeled Gregory, but Mia didn't directly interact with Gregory as far as I know, because I don't think she wasn't a defense attorney at the time. Yeah, she wouldn't have been a defense attorney at the time Gregory was killed, because if Edgeworth was still a child then, and I think Mia is only like 3 years older, like 3 or 4 years older than Edgeworth. Yeah, she's like 4 years older than Edgeworth, so she wouldn't have been old enough to be a defense attorney. Yeah, and she first became her first trial was Turnabout Beginnings, and she was 24 then, I think. Yeah, so she wouldn't have been a defense attorney at the time of Gregory's murder. So yeah, I don't think they interacted at all. Did Eddie and Mia interact? Gregory told me that it was a part of the attorney's code he lived by. Did Mia also live by this attorney's code? So friend, what's the dealio? Why so quiet about your bracelet? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. Broken? I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, I didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see, your bracelet is broken. But did it really break that easily? If so, then this prison is a serious security problem. Yeah. You there, could we have a moment? Aren't you just the cutest? I mean, how can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep holding the broken one for the time being. Okay, we have Sour's bracelet now. Of course, sir. I'll trust you'll take good care of it. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah? Oh, what? I didn't kill anybody. Well there, Palio, you were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body, that's all I promise. But when I did that, an enormous dog started his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, oh fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? He was going to rob the corpse? That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail. Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I'd never stoop so low as to steal from a... Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked and rushed back to the other workshop and started my fake screaming. I dropped the glove in your haste, huh? There are snakes when they're dirt on it, though. I guess this all just means this, I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to your mouth? Other than whether Mrs. Sour is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Mr. Nye made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Yeah, I'm concerned about that as well. Yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sour's testimony. The dog. That dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sour. Yeah, what is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no. There was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he'd wanted to? Yeah, how did you... I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable. Where's this person's cell? You're going to see him? Who are we talking about here? Him. He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear it from me. All I say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him. What will you please stop trying to scare us all this time? The big cheese, huh? Well, I for one definitely value my life, so that sucks. They keep him in maximum security. Who the fuck are we talking about? Am I supposed to know who we're talking about? Because I surely don't know who we're talking about. Which is over there. Okay, max security, which is open. Maximum security. That's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Okay. Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already. Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. Well, Marcy, anything you can share, or are you going to leave Kay and I in the dark too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. Okay, maximum security. Well, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing. But then you say that he has to go as it takes flight, even in the dead of night or something. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight. When alone sought to shine the light of righteousness on the world's flight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. Wow, you are one powerful performer. Thanks, but that doesn't help me see the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. I knew it. It has been far too long. You remember me? I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away. Mr. Edgeworth? Are you talking to that dog? Oh, is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the lights. Who the fuck is this guy? How does he get a grand cell like that in maximum security? You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am a Bodhiyama Karnis? Bodhiyama Karnis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Karnis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells, the last sound his victims would ever hear. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Okay, suspicion of murder. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's blood. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes and nothing more, yet he was barking his head off earlier. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes, it is. You're a good boy, aren't you? And also, he's trained in like hunting and shit. And you just literally just saw my light go off. It's being not like go off, but like dim. It's being dead dodgy. Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he is certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume. So is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. I know then. I thought as much. Yeah, I did. How much? Yes. It means that you already knew who our witness is. What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. Yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. Yeah, those don't really look humble. I developed a passion for wood carving, you see, an obsession even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. There's nothing but lethal weapons in his hand. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane. Well, that must have taken forever. Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these. Chess pieces. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, Prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me? Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. It only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads? Is that like a queen piece or something? Ah yes, the dog's a war. You may forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king. All loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison though. Ooh, I have my correspondence. Correspondence chess? Then, sharing moves by post? Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I've yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. The victim. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, wasn't it? Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's poking into the prisoner's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crimes was a grave one, a crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That's no small matter. Attempted assassination? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight... Yeah, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme? Whoa, there, God, but you're saying the Bronx didn't actually have a pop at the press? I was trying to defend him on the charge of attempted murder. You mean you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight? And explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. Of course they took you off the case to try and keep you away. And topped in that Wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge. In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth. So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination, which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I'm no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yeah, Helmut. Yeah, it is. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth, you believe it to me, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yeah, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Shi Long Lang. You know what twisted the truth behind these closed courtroom doors too, are you? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to just start it today. I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmut understands. Don't you, Helmut? Yeah, you do. The truth's revealed in court and your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. Ugh. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air. Not those two again. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel. Thank you for the raid, Smuggle Cloud. Hello. Welcome on in. How was your stream? How was it? How's the rest of your stream? I saw you were playing. What was it? Outer Worlds or something. Hello, I saw you streaming Ace Attorney Investigations. Yes. And I saw that in your panels that you've streamed Great Ace Attorney, which is such a goated game. Big Ace Attorney fans. I'm a massive fucking Ace Attorney fan. I've been playing through the games for the past year and a bit, since last August. But yeah, I am a massive fucking Ace Attorney fan. Love Ace Attorney. But yeah, if you guys do not know me, if you just come in from Clouds Live, I am Poppy. I'm a variety streamer, though most of my content is Ace Attorney focused. Yeah, I started them in 2019, I think, and then I got into so many more games. Yeah, Ace Attorney is bloody brilliant. But yeah, that is like the majority of my content at the moment, Ace Attorney related. Like I said, I've been streaming it since August of 2023. Yeah, but I do stream some other things. Minecraft, I'm on an SMP called Oswork. No, I forgot to announce this at the end of stream. We are actually ending Oswork Season 2, and we'll be starting a new SMP tomorrow. I won't be streaming tomorrow, but I don't know who actually will be streaming on the SMP tomorrow, but I'll be hanging with some people on there. So exciting. Yes, it is exciting. But yeah, I will probably tweet out if someone on the SMP is live, because I'll be on the SMP, but I won't be streaming it tomorrow. I've never done any SMPs with Minecraft, but I love Minecraft too. Oh my god. I've been on a couple of SMPs. The first one I was on was the Chaos Tour SMP back in 2021. And then me and my friend Cry had a hardcore world at the end of 2020, like in October 2021. I'm like a big peaceful player though. I'm scared of the mobs. Double raid! Like with a raid! Double raid this stream. Oh my god. Hello, Gem. Hello everyone. Hello. Oh my god, double raid. Yeah. We're just talking about Minecraft and stuff. We're just talking about the new SMP we have and I think all of us are trying to, and quite a few of us are trying to get on tomorrow. But yeah, I get jump scared by so much of Minecraft. Hello, welcome on in, Alex. Excellent. Hello, welcome on in. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say that I am a very big keep inventory player. So yeah, I love playing with keep inventory. Gonna look and snag some food, but have so much fun with investigations too. Thank you. They'll talk about Minecraft Premium. There's a premium to Minecraft. I bought it. My dad bought it for me for like 15-20 quid, like 10 years ago. I'm guessing that's for Bedrock. But yeah, so for everyone who came in from Time Braze and Glow's Live, I might as well just restart my little introduction. But yeah, if you guys don't know me, I'm Poppy. I am a variety streamer, though at the moment most of my content is Psssttt focused. I've been streaming it since August 2023. Okay, I'm leaving. I'll leave you. I thank you. But yeah, I've been streaming it since August 2023. We've just got Investigations 2 to complete, and then we've got all of the Psssttt games done. But I also have a few other bits of content. I also play Minecraft. We are wrapping up Oswald Season 2, which is the SMP I'm on. And we have a new SMP literally starting tomorrow, hopefully. It's been a crazy week. So yeah, hopefully it should start tomorrow. I also have a few other games that I dabble in. I also play The Sims 4 and Sticky Business. I play Dark Deception Monsters and Mortals occasionally, and I haven't played Among Us in a while, but every so often I'll play that. And I'll play like Phasmo every once in a while as well. And yeah. Also debate if you can have a Minecraft account outside the US or use cracked Minecraft. You can have a Minecraft account outside of the US. But I know there's a lot of people who use like a cracked version of Minecraft. Like I have a Minecraft account, but yeah. Well, my brain has just gone blank on what to say. I should really go to bed soon after this part of the investigation. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna continue on with a bit of investigations, and yeah, what am I gonna say? Okay, restart. My brain is fried. I'm tired. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on with this little bit of the investigation, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I work tomorrow morning. So yeah, so thank you again to Tom Bray and Cloud for the raids. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? Sarah's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Goodbye, Helmut. Go on now. He's not showing us out permanently, right? Let's get out of here. Come on. Okay, just go. Until next time, Mr. Canis. It does pain me that our brief time must end, but just as we were becoming reacquainted, I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, we are going now, and Kay, what the fuck? Kay, get down, please. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay, get down. That's the best hiding spot you could find. It's alright, Kay, you can come down now. Jesus Christ, where's Fender? He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast. Fender. So, what do we do now? You and I will continue the investigation, and I know just where to stand. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Knight's body was found in one of the prison's workshops, but he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells and Mr. Knight's room, right? But what about Mr. Fender? I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready. Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't it? Oh well. Okay. Better go investigate that. The victim's cell is just over there. Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth. I have just about had it. Who's that? Oh, it's Lagarde. What is Lagarde? She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. He's still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence she borrowed from the precinct? No, I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report. I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire? Are they talking about Shelley the killer? Oh. I couldn't help overhearing Warden Lagarde, but will you just talk about body armor, Carnis? Mama, you are listening? How very gosh of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know. Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? How sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't let just anybody wander in willy-nilly. Let's see, that would put it right around here. It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. And who wouldn't want a view of my fabulous garden and the yard? Ooh la la. The yard, if it's anything like the rest of the place, is probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see? Oh, darling. It's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me. Chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Ali's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying. Ali? The sweetest little dear in the world. I know I shouldn't have favourites, but you know how it is. Now to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. Okay, she's off. She just disappeared. I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we? And here's his cell. So this is Knight's cell. When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth? It would have had to have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. And then at some point he wound up in the prison proper, but how? There must have been some evidence that will point us in the right direction. Alright, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth. And that's why I'm going to end stream. Because, again, like I said, I have work early tomorrow. So, yeah, we can do more of this case on... we can do more of this case on Sunday, though. On Sunday at 7:30 GMT? Are we in GMT? Yeah, we're in GMT. So yeah, 7:30 PM GMT, and we're gonna go raid out. Who we're gonna go raid out to? We're gonna go raid out to. We're gonna go raid out to Nordic. We're gonna go raid out to him. He is playing a bit of Minecraft, I believe. Yeah, he's playing a bit of Minecraft. Though I think he is having a bit of Minecraft issues, but nevertheless we shall go raid him. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this stream. Thank you again to Tom, Brand, and Cloud for the raid. All my socials will be are in the commands on Twitch, though those usually only work on when I'm streaming, because that is usually when I have Mixup open, which is for commands. My socials are also in my about me section on Twitch and in the description on YouTube if you're watching over there. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this stream. Bye bye Jen, bye bye Time, bye, sorry for the Spanish rain. It is all good, it is all good. But yeah, I shall see you guys on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. GMT, and yeah, this one will go up on Sunday as well. So yeah, bye guys, bye 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 bye. Okay, has it sent out the raid? Yes.